On Fox, we're learning more every day about the historic heat wave last week and the toll it took on Oregonians. The total count is now up to 116 people dead, 70 of those people in Multnomah County. The county is still gathering and confirming information about other deaths related to the heat wave. Well, tonight, Oregon OSHA announced new temporary rules to protect workers in this hot weather.
During our heat wave, a farm worker died on the job in St. Paul. Fox 12's Audrey WEIL joins us live now to explain the new rules and if they might make a difference moving forward. Audrey?
Wayne, according to the state's farm worker union, these seem to be the most protective heat rules in the country, more so than California's. And they're based on the heat index, which actually takes into account humidity and what the temperature actually feels like to the human body. Federal OSHA even has an app to track heat index. Of course, right now on this cool night, it is only 70. Oregon's new temporary rules to protect workers in heat, both inside and outside, specify everything from how much water employers need to provide to how often employees need to rest in the shade.
These very basic steps will save lives.
Oregon Farm Worker Union Picayune has been pushing for this.
We think that it's a really good thing. It's a good start at protecting our at-risk workers.
It was 2 weeks ago we saw deadly, record-shattering heat. On a 100-plus degree day, 38-year-old Sebastian Francisco Perez died, found unresponsive at the end of his shift after moving irrigation lines. Earlier this week, Governor Kate Brown directed OSHA to enact emergency rules to protect workers from extreme heat. Plans to set that in motion last year were delayed because of the pandemic. Permanent rules will come later this year. Meantime, when the heat index is 80 degrees or hotter, employers have to provide sufficient shade, be it natural or artificial, close to where employees are working, with enough room for them to rest. Employers also have to provide water, cool, free, and available anytime to accommodate just under a liter an hour. When it's 90 degrees or hotter, in addition to those things, employers have to have open communication for any concerns, check on employees for any sign of heat illness, have an emergency plan, and offer a 10-minute cool down in the shade for every 2 hours of work. By next month, training on heat illness and protection procedures will be required. Now, Picayune's executive director, Reina Lopez, says enforcement will be key.
And we want to make sure that when workers get the courage to speak up, that OSHA is fully enforcing these rules, because it is really difficult for someone to speak up against their employer. That's our livelihood.
And these temporary rules are in place now and for about the next 6 months. Oregon OSHA is on track to propose permanent heat rules as well as rules for working in wildfire smoke by the fall, and then adopt those rules by the end of the year. I'm told that some temporary rules, though, for working in wildfire smoke should come sooner than that as well. Reporting live in Northwest Portland, Audrey WEIL, Fox 12 Oregon.